It's a case that's shocked India. 39-year-old CEO of an AI startup allegedly killed her 4-year-old son. She was caught red-handed with a child's body in a bag. In 2021, Suchana Seth was listed as one of the 100 brightest women in artificial intelligence. She launched her own company. But what would drive her to kill her 4-year-old child? Joining me to discuss this, a counseling psychologist, Dr. Nisha Khanna, Suraj Nandrekar, senior journalist, Goa, my colleague Mohammad Wajihullah, and Anthony Sanu. Suraj, first the details. What happened in this case?
On Monday, this lady, Suchana Seth, checked into a hotel in Kandoli. And yesterday, actually, in the afternoon, the police, the hotel staff realized that there was something fishy when she wanted to go by a car to Bengaluru instead of the flight.
Right.
Yeah. After the lady was in a hurry as such, and the staff was suspicious of what exactly was the thing. When they went in the hotel room, they found out that some blood stains, and that is when they contacted the police. The lady left by a taxi to Bengaluru, by a Goan taxi actually. And the driver was picking company, and that was the advantage the police got. When they were on the way, the police called up the driver. Actually, initially they spoke to her, but she waited some questions. But then the police called up the taxi driver and spoke to him in Konkani and told him to take the taxi to the nearest police station. And that is how she got caught.
Right, it's remarkable, Suraj. I mean, one talks about the police being slow-footed and, arrive much after the crime has been committed, which was the case in this as well. But the speed with which they reacted, like you just told us, and they, caught her as she was escaping with a child's body. I mean, that suggests, a level of sensitive policing that they, moved in so quickly after the report from the hotel. But how is Goa reacting to this murder right now, Suraj? I mean, this is a case that shocked all of us here, but tell us about Goa. Goa is an idyllic holiday destination where people love to have a good time and, take it easy. But how has Goa reacted to this very violent and bizarre, gruesome crime?
Yeah, first of all, let me tell you that this is not the first case that Goa police has cracked within 24 hours.
Right.
Goa police has very good detection rate, and it has done it. We have some very good investigators, and we have actually done much better than most of the metropolitan or the major city police. Now coming to Goa's reaction to this, actually Goa is shocked with this. How can a 4-year-old be murdered by her own mother? Actually, it's very difficult to digest this, and everybody has been talking about this, and the news channel, the newspapers. You see at the police station, there has been a huge rush.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to ask Dr. Khanna this. Dr. Khanna, the police a little while earlier said that Suchana was unhappy with the court order that she got in this particular case. I mean, they had been going through a divorce, she and her husband, and hence she decided to kill her son. I mean, divorce is stressful on all parties involved, but why would she kill her son? I mean, what explains this kind of bizarre behavior?
So, first of all, the maternal felicide is this act when a child is murdered by the mother. So, the research says there are major crime, I will say, motives behind when a mother is killing the child. The first one, they said it, this is very clear. First of all, you all have to understand that the person who killed it, the mother who killed the child must be having depression, having psychosis, maybe having mental health treatment, having suicidal thoughts, maybe under the influence of substance abuse or drugs or alcohol. So the basic thing is that why the mother can kill the child, there may be the 5 major motives behind that. The first is altruistic felicide. The reason they say is that mother thinks the world is very cruel. Right. I can save the child from the worst of the things to face. So that's why mother can try to kill the child or kill the child. Second is acutely psychotic felicide, where the mother can get some commands or say in our language we say is that hallucination or acute psychosis is there, where the mother can think of killing the child and
Right.
kill the child. Third, this is fetal maltreatment femicide. In this, they say is that it is maybe out of neglect or maybe out of child abuse, maybe the person is doing something or by mistake some incident happened. And the child, basically due to that or due to that maltreatment, child is passed away. Another they say is there is unwanted child femicide. The mother doesn't want to give the birth to the child.
Right.
And maybe find or sometimes find the child as a hindrance in the growth.
Right.
It may be personal growth, it may be professional growth, or maybe find is the reason of all the troubles in his or her life.
Right, but
So
in this
that's
case, Dr. Khanna, in this, yes, sorry.
Whereas, I'm
Yes.
just pointing out the fifth one, the most rarest, maybe can be go to in this particular case is spouse revenge femicide, where
Right.
when a mother kills her child, especially to emotionally harm the father of the child.
Right,
So,
right.
I don't know, in this particular case, it may be, as you said, that she was going through a divorce. It
Yes.
may be she has already a mental health issues going on. She
Right.
may be having hallucinations. She may be under influence of some drugs and substance abuse or alcohol. And along with that, she must want to having a revenge personality where she want to take that, okay, I want to harm the partner.
Right.
Maybe because
Through the
most
child.
of the time, most proceedings happenings, and most of the time I have observed during the counseling sessions also, mothers stopped allowing their children to meet the father.
Okay.
The vice versa.
Right.
Most of the time, especially
Yeah.
the female, they don't allow their children to meet their especially the father, because they know it is the weakest thing.
Right.
How they can hurt the father.
Right.
They want to take the
Manipulate
control
the
of
child and yeah, in fact, Anthony, you've been listening to this, and the fact is, what is more worrying? I mean, the fact of such a horrific crime, or it's been happening, as Dr. Khanna mentioned, with such regularity that you even have a term for it, maternal filicide. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's irrespective of the fact as to who the perpetrator is or was. I think what remains gruesome is the fact that a child was killed. Of course, it's shocking that a mother has done this, but I think what remains to be seen is, I think we have to understand also what are the reasons behind this. I think at the moment, I think for us to jump the gun and make our own assumptions would be wrong. I think we should wait for investigations. We should
Right.
get a complete picture, because I think context is king. I'm not saying, I'm not giving a free hand to the mother, but I think it's very important to understand that side of the story also. Of course, that's despicable. It
Absolutely.
doesn't justify, but I'm sure, I think there's a larger story that we are not aware of. I think let's
in
wait
fact,
for that.
let's get Vaji in on this. Vaji is in Bangalore, my colleague Mohammad Vajiullah. What drove the CEO, Suchana, to murder her child, Vaji? What are we hearing from Bangalore?
Sandeep, one thing is very difficult to understand is the background of the girl of Suchana Seth, a 39-year-old, somebody who was well versed with AI ethics, who had achieved a lot of laurels, and somebody who was a very powerful figure in the artificial intelligence, and somebody who nobody could believe that somebody with her stature,
Yes.
her capabilities, would do something gruesome like this. So this has already been a very shocker, but from what we've understood from the investigation and from the source-based information that we're receiving from our sources in Chitradurga, where the postmortem is going right now, is that there is no injury at the body of the child, and it is believed that he had died due to suffocation. And the blood stains that the hotel staff had seen at the hospital, at the hotel where she was staying in Goa, is believed to be the bloodstain of Suchana Seth, because she had tried to commit suicide by slitting her hand, is what we've been told from the police sources that we've got in Chitradurga. Now, the police as of now has registered a case in the Kalangur police station under a cognizable offence such as 302, on the basis of the complaint that the hotel is 302201 and the Section 8 of the Goa Act. But as of now, the clear idea of the motive hasn't come out. Yes, there have been a strange relationship with her husband, and he was supposed to see the child on Sunday. All this was there, but then she killing the child and then even trying to commit suicide is something that has to be noted. And like Anthony said, that we cannot jump to any conclusion. But this idea of somebody who is so well versed in her field, somebody who's achieved a lot of laurels, coming to the extent of doing such a gruesome murder and then trying to flee from Goa and coming back to Bangalore. What could that motive be? After committing a crime in Goa, you are coming all the way to your house in Bangalore.
Yeah.
What could be the mental state of the girl is something that we still have to we'll get to know in the coming few days.
News 9 Plus. Download now.